It's how you move, it's how you operate, it's how you educate yourself, is who you listen to. A lot of you motherfuckers that are hustlers, you're listening to other hustlers on YouTube. Just interviews of billionaires that did multi-billion dollar exits, all of them over the last 50 years. No, you haven't done it because you're not a boss. You don't think that way. Okay, I'm hustling for this direct money. I'm spraying bullets like Rambo. Some will hit, some will miss. My friend, I want to be the guy on the tree, the sniper. I want to be the guy that chills, and when he sees his target, aims, calculates the wind, shoots, headshot. That is who I want to be. Why? Because you want to receive the most amount of output from the least amount of input. That is the hack. How can I spend the least amount of time and energy for the highest return? So would I position myself and not work? Because I'm in a place right now where I don't need to work. So would I not work and build a crazy deal for the next 12, 18 months to then have a $10, $15 million payout for that specific deal? 100%. So that's the boss. The boss is the guy that positions himself for the big play. So a lot of these young cats, and you see it, you know, they think that they're hot shots. They out here buying. Back to your point, the big problem is they're hustlers. So whenever you motherfuckers are ready to go from hustle to boss, we're here.
Wow, you know, that's so crazy that the way that you explain that, because the other person that explained it almost exactly the same was Luca Netz. I actually had a conversation with him on here, and he's like, man, look, I was in a period for a while of hustle and bustle. He's like, I was hustling and bustling trying to make $2 million. And now I'm at a point where I want to boss up. I'm going all in on Pudgy Penguins, and this is my sniper shot. That's basically what he was saying. So that's super interesting that you frame it in the same way.
And he hit it, and he hit a headshot.
Yeah, he hit
this will be revealed over the next. Once again, these are, and I'm in on the deal, right? So I understand the insides of it. This is a multi-generation. This is like a multi-year play, but it's a boss play, and there's risk in boss, but there's also risk in being a hustler. But the risk is seen long term. When you look at your bank account, you're like, fuck, I've been working all this time, and how much do I have to show for it? $1 million? Dude, if you tell me motherfuckers got to work 10 years for $1 million, ignore all the plebs, ignore all the people that make $10 a day or an hour working at fucking McDonald's. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that actually want to become fucking bosses. The 10K, the 20K a month is a fucking honey trap. It's a honeypot, dude. It's a lie. It's a deception of your fullest potential. It's not your fullest potential. Now, your full objective is, how can I make enough money to be able to focus on myself and on becoming a boss full time, right? So make your 100K, make your 200K, make your 300K, go hard, and then focus on becoming a boss. You don't have to change lanes. You don't have to change businesses, but your approach to the business, how you conduct the business, how you operate the business, can no longer be from a place of desperation, but from a place of strategy and from a place where you control the narrative. And that's the difference between a hustler and a boss.
I love that, bro. I also can relate that to your example of an entrepreneur and how you view that as like a pirate almost, because at least for me this year is when I've really bossed up and built my team, built my crew, that I feel like I can just like, you know, go to islands and like, you know, with my 10 people basically that are just like ride or dies. And I think this is, you know, we can lock in for the next 5-10 years and make insane progress. So how would you, let's say somebody makes 20K a month. In your opinion, how could they start building more leverage? Would it be just by reinvesting into their team, by investing into software, automation, all the above?
Investing into themselves. What goes back to, bro, it's all, you're pointing the exterior. You're pointing the exterior. The boss is developed inside. The boss is a mindset. The boss is a lifestyle. The boss is your daily habits. The boss is how you look at yourself in the mirror, how you perceive the things that you do. Dude, if the task generates less than $500 an hour, I will not fucking touch it. I will not touch it. I will hire somebody and spend a week hiring somebody. Why? Because the week that I spend hiring and training that person in 3 years will save me countless of weeks of work. So I'll do the upfront work. I'll train my people, like you said. I'll make sure each person is positioned on the ship, making sure that they each know their role. They understand that it doesn't matter if you're mopping the fucking a deck or if you're running the captain or whatever it is, the little steering thingy. What is that called? What's the little fucking steering thing that the boats have? I'm not really sure.
I don't know, but the wheel. Let's just call it the wheel.
Let's call it the steering wheel. Is it the steering wheel? I thought that was only for cars. Regardless, let's call it a steering wheel because it doesn't really matter.
Get it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter the position that you hold within I want to look it up. Hang on. I want to look it up
I got
because
you.
it kind of pisses me off. Ship's wheel. Anyways, so back to the point. Let me get back to the point. Hang on, I gotta find you. Okay, back to the point. So it doesn't matter what your position is on this boat, the ship that you're creating with your entire squad, as long as everybody understands that there's a destination, and then unless you do your job, we don't get there. Right? So your job is just as important as mine. We're just in different positions.
Mm-hmm.
The destination is the same. And how do you build that team? It's by becoming a boss. It's how you move, it's how you operate, it's how you educate yourself, is who you listen to. A lot of you motherfuckers that are hustlers, that's cool. No offense. You're listening to other hustlers on YouTube. When was the last time you literally sat down and just listened to just interviews of billionaires that did multi-billion dollar exits, all of them over the last 50 years? No, you haven't done it because you're not a boss. You don't think that way.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's why the information that I have is different than the information that you have. But you can have that information because I've already given you kind of that resource. So focus on the information, focus on who you are, become a boss. That's the first part. The second part, because in the process of becoming a boss, you need a team. The first step is to find an operator. You need somebody that operates your business for you. So in the operation of your business, if you want to scale outside of it and build your garden and an ecosystem that attracts money, you're going to have to be playing multiple lanes. You're not going to be able to focus on that CEO day-to-day position on a boss mode. Bring in an operator, bring in somebody that can manage your business on a regular basis, whether it's through operations, PM, or CEO. Depending on where you're on your level, you need to be able to play somebody. So for example, we have Capital Club, which is my organization. This is an organization I founded in 2019. Which is my objective is to build the largest decentralized entrepreneurial network in the world. I want to be the place where entrepreneurs, doesn't matter if you run your community, this person runs their community, this person has their ship, everybody comes to the dock and everybody meets at the dock. And then everybody goes on their side quest, everybody goes to their fucking island, everybody goes on their treasure map quest, but everybody comes back to the dock. And what is the dock? Capital Club. This is where we all come back together. We recalibrate before we go back out. That's the purpose and the objective of Capital Club. Right now, it's a club membership that I've mentioned it to you. It's private, right? But I think I want to mainstream this because if the entire perspective is the largest decentralized entrepreneurial network, I need to be able to be the guy that takes people from hustle to boss. So you need to be able to consume that boss content, ladies and gentlemen. It's extremely fucking important. And I'm in that transition. Of course, I'm already there. But back to the point, I've assigned a CEO in my organization. So I won't give you the projection on the phone here, but I'll give them to you privately. Sure. We're looking at a multi-8-figure kind of revenue year inside Capital Club and all the ventures that Capital Club has. And my CEO is somebody by the name of Steve, right? Steve is a 9-figure e-commerce entrepreneur that understands how to build, scale, and sustain scalability inside organizations, right? So he's had multi-thousand employees, whatever.